Hi, this is Jessica Ortner from the Tapping Solution, coming to you from a place that's very close to my heart, Newtown, Connecticut. You may know Newtown for the recent news. I know Newtown because it is where both my brothers live, it's where my nephews go to school, and it's biking distance from where I grew up. When we heard about the news, my brothers and I got together and we knew that we needed to find a way to do our part and to help. We've seen the results people are getting when it comes to using tapping in times of pain and in trauma, and we wanted to provide this community all the support we could give it. So we started off by each individually donating $10,000 so that we could fly in experts in tapping and trauma relief. And with so many of you guys helped us raise more money. We're selling the documentary film, and all proceeds are going to help this cause, to help us bring people in that can really help this community. One of the first people that we called during this was Dr. Lori Layden. She's done unbelievable work in Rwanda helping genocide survivors, and she was so generous and willing to come to help us. And so she flew out here, and we're going to talk to her about what we're doing in the town and also the way that we can all support each other in this time of grief and sadness. So Dr. Layden, thank you.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi. Thank you so much for being with us. I know that this is the holidays and you decided to come across the country to help us. We're here in Newtown, Connecticut. Where do we start? I mean, when it comes to this project, where are you beginning with helping this community?
Well, first, when Nick called me and I realized that Newtown was in crisis, my heart just needed to be here, so I'm so grateful and humbled to be part of this. We're here first to listen and to appreciate the needs of the community, and to know that not only the victims and their families, but the entire community, as well as our country, has been affected. And when something like this happens, it touches that place in our heart where we're all connected, where we all have our personal responses. And so first we're listening, we're gathering informal groups together so that we can focus on self-care and stress management during this difficult time. That's a beginning.
Yeah, and what's so important to us is that we know that right now Newtown is in the news, it's something that everybody's talking about, but we want to be here helping them a year later when it's not in the news, you know, to make sure we create that support. I was telling you the other day, I called my mom on Friday when I found out that the school psychologist had died, because my mom is a school psychologist in an elementary school a few miles away. She worked many years with Dawn, who was killed, and I called her in tears and I said, "Mom, it could have been you." And I've been having my own, you know, grief, as so many of us have. And a lot of us, though, I was talking to someone else about this yesterday, someone that I just started chatting to in a line to get a coffee in New York, and he said, "My wife died in 9/11. And I told him, I said, part of me feels guilty because I'm feeling such grief, but my family is okay. And he said to me, "You should be worried if you weren't feeling that grief."
Yes.
And so many of us who aren't in Newtown are still grieving. People are grieving all over the world. What advice do you have for someone who's really having a hard time through this circumstance and situation?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing that I think we can do for the victims and their families is, when we find peace in our own hearts, it's much easier to hold a space for peace for other people. And so it's so important in these times to use self-care and to use tapping, which has been so effective. And you know, one of the reasons I'm here is because of the work I do in Rwanda with genocide survivors and how effective tapping has been. I know in my heart that if healing can happen in Rwanda, it can happen everywhere. And we've seen so many signs here of kindness and hope in Newtown, and the spirit of the people is full of faith and hope. But the very first thing is to practice our own self-care, and I believe you have some audios and videos of what people can do immediately to begin to find that peace in their hearts, so that together we can unite to find ways to bring peace to those who are closer to the trauma.
And you make an amazing point that the best way that we can help people in Newtown is by first taking care of the way that we feel.
Yes.
And I'm providing an audio for everybody. When I called my mom crying, I asked her how she was holding up, and she said, I actually turned on your tapping meditation for love, peace, and light, and it's really been helping me. And so I decided to do my own meditation in this time, and I'm providing it for everybody else. So underneath this video, you can download and listen to this prayer of love, peace, and light to really get to that space, because when we're faced with such darkness, it's so important to bring in that love. And what's so inspiring as we walk the streets of Newtown is we see as a community we are coming together and remembering the importance to bring love and not let this dark moment overshadow all the love that we have.
One of the most beautiful signs I saw when we were walking through the town was a sign that said, "We are Sandy Hook, we choose love." And that's really our message. And certainly tapping itself is a body prayer, if you will, that focuses on self-love. So we're just so pleased to be able to bring this to whoever might reach out and need it at this time.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here so last minute and for your help. And I want to thank everybody who's watching this. So many of you have been so supportive, and we're going to continue keeping you updated on the work that we're doing here. Again, like Lori said, we're starting by just listening and helping those who ask for help. And again, I want to thank this community for the support. And again, Lori, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jessica.